and we live in his dominion. May he grant us steadfast strength and endurance. That dominion Zarathustra's talking about. You know, I had another wonderful friend that I made when I was in Florida. And he suffered with OCD so bad. It started when he was a child. But by the time he got up into his 40s, it had taken over. He had lost his career, his family, his friends, his mind. He had to drink himself blackout drunk every night. I told him before I leave Florida, you will be completely healed by Asha. He looked at me, he said, you've been such a good friend to me. I don't want you to get disappointed. He said, I've had this since I was a kid. I don't see how it could go away. I've been to all the counselors. I've taken all the drugs. But my God, we came every morning before we surfed and we sat on the beach. And I just spoke Asha and I spoke truth to him. And I spoke that light till the darkness ran and fled before him. And those lying voices were gone and he could hear only truth. My friends, and I'll never forget this day. My daughter was with me. We pulled up to our surf spot. He came running to me, tears in his eyes, threw his arms around me and said, I'm healed. I'm healed. For the first time in my life, I know peace. My friends, because Asha is. This is living in God, living in your good, where God good is your very life and your breath. My friends, you can say with the Magi that were, are, and forever shall be, Asha is. My God, right now, say it with me. Asha is. Hello, truth seeker. Mega's here on a beautiful day in Asha. Look at this. My God, I just finished up today's video. If you're a truth seeker, you're looking for God. Maybe you were brought up in one of those religions. You never actually got to meet God. Never had any miracles or magic in your life. The original monotheistic religion, Zoroastrianism, the religion of the Magi. My friends, you're going to find it today in Song 10 of Zarathustra's writings. And I share two powerful miracles that happened in my life that are true. I promise you, it's going to stir you. I came on here to tell you, please stay to the end of this video. It takes me a minute to start kind of building the case, to have the faith to make these magic and miracles in your life. But my friends, I promise if you're a truth seeker, you're going to find today. It's a short video. Stay to the end. It'll be worth it. I love you so much. Enjoy. Hello, shining ones. Mega's here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we are Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. Today's message, it's about living or not living. If you feel like you're not alive, you're not living, you're not experiencing all this world has to offer, you came to the right message. We're in Zarathustra's Gathas, his own writings. My friends, and there's so much magic, so much power in these words. It'll change your life. So we're in Zarathustra's Song 10, and it pairs perfectly with Asha 10. I love it when things like that work out. Listen to this. It says, now I shall proclaim, hear and listen, you who have come near and far as seekers. Now let not the evil teacher, the wrongful, with his evil choice and perverted tongue destroy life. My friend, and here's the thing. These evil teachers with their perverted tongues, it's not obvious, right? You know when you see pure evil, and you can turn away from that. But these evil teachers, Zarathustra's talking about, they're the ones that say they represent God, the highest principle of good. They're the ones telling you to go in and kill the men, women, and children, take sex slaves, right? Bring back all the spoils to the Lord, of course. They're the ones that tell you to stone your children when they're disrespectful. They're the ones that they got you so lost in a lie. They're telling you these horrible things, these atrocities, these evils. They're calling it God. God said to do this, and you can't figure out why you're living in hell. My friends, you got the wrong God because you're listening to the wrong evil teacher. That's why our message is so important. The original monotheistic religion of the all-good God that's get this, just good. He's got no attributes of the evil spirit. He don't get angry, jealous, hate, war, and kill men, women, and children. Go to verse 3. It says, now I shall proclaim the point of this whole life. Verse 4, I shall proclaim the best in this life, which I know through Asha. What is Asha? It's the only thing that could come from a perfect creator's perfect mind. It's perfection. It's love. It's heaven on earth. It's bliss. It's just good. The wise one gave. He is the patron of the active good mind. That's Vohumenu. That's the God mind. That place where you and God are one. And the good working serenity in his creation. The all-watching God cannot be deceived. Now check this out. God cannot be deceived. My friends, it's all about the frequency, the word that you hold. If you are holding the frequency of one of those gods that are angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, and children, you got that wrong energy, that wrong spirit, that false word. My friends, that's the world you create, period. Okay, there's no making a deal. You can't beg a deity in the sky. You can't work out some kind of deal. I'll stop doing this if you'll do this for me. I'll start doing this if you'll do this for me. It doesn't work. It's a lie. My friends, that's why you find yourself ever reaching and grasping and never getting. My friends, and you're not living. You can't fool the power. Grab your book, Asha 10, real quick. We're going to come right back to this. Asha 10 says, so again, ask yourself, what energy am I really? Not just what I'm trying to portray to the world. Oh, I'm a great, Christian. I'm a great Muslim. I'm a man of God. I'm good. I'm a faithful partner. No, what is truly in your heart? That frequency you hold in your heart, my friends, is what's going to manifest in your world. So again, ask yourself, what energy am I really? What vibration, feeling, emotion do I hold? That's what will manifest in your world. That's the consciousness you will take to the next world. So find God, the highest principle of good, today, right now. Be the love, be the joy, be the peace, be that one with the all good God. You got to restore God's image. So you take that right energy into that right frequency. That's the world you're going to create. Today is the day of salvation. Envelop yourself in God's idea. I am the love. I am the life. I am the peace, the joy, the power, the freedom. I am one with God, that Vohumenu. God and I are one. And evil cannot enter me because evil cannot enter God. I live consciously, good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. Go to verse 7. The living, oh, I love this. The living, the departed, and the yet to be born seek their great success from him. The souls of Asha shall be eternally strong. This is how the order of the Magi say, the Magi that who were and forever shall be. We're that family of light, and our souls are one in Asha. Our wonderful friend Timmy was saying, it's amazing how the Magi are so connected. It's like we know what the other is thinking. And I got to share this story with you. A few years back, one of our beautiful angels was suffering with arthritis really bad, where she couldn't even, in the morning, she'd get up crying because she couldn't move and it hurt and she couldn't walk. And one morning, I called out to her soul. This is how connected we are in the order of the Magi, this family of light. I called out the name until I felt that connection. It's like a phone call, my friends. Like when you're thinking of one of your friends and then the phone rings and it's them. It's like that in spirit. And I was calling out her name. And then I knew when I got that connection. And I started speaking life and Asha. I am divine life and death cannot enter. I am divine health and sickness and disease dies when it touches me. It cannot live in this atmosphere. And then I saw her body and mine is one. And I started moving my joints. My God, I started walking around the house with no pain. And my God, she told me, I saw her later that day. She said, I could hear your voice in my own heart speaking to me and moving. And when I got out of bed, I had no pain and I was healed. My friends, it's that connection of the real, of the Magi. My God. Hey, verse 8, I shall seek him. I shall turn towards him with praises and reverence, because I have now conceived him with my eyes of Vohumenu, our heart of hearts. We see God. We see our fellow magi. We hear God. We hear our family of light in that Vohumenu, in that divine spark. Verse 10 says, I shall seek to exalt him. I shall seek to exalt him for us with praises of serenity, who by a new name is known as Ahura Mazda, the wise God, the all-good spirit, that Zoroaster, unmixed, undefiled, undiluted, pure starlight. He grants through Asha and Vohumenu, that God mind, Harvatat and Emeritat, wholeness and immortality, God life, good life, living heaven on earth, the perfect creator's perfect idea. What else could come from his perfect mind? And we live in his dominion. May he grant us steadfast strength and endurance. That dominion Zarathustra's talking about. You know, I had another wonderful friend that I made when I was in Florida. And he suffered with OCD so bad. It started when he was a child. But by the time he got up into his 40s, it had taken over. He had lost his career, his family, his friends, his mind. He had to drink himself blackout drunk every night. I told him before I leave Florida, you will be completely healed by Asha. He looked at me. He said, you've been such a good friend to me. I don't want you to get disappointed. He said, I've had this since I was a kid. I don't see how it could go away. I've been to all the counselors. I've taken all the drugs. But my God, we came every morning before we surfed and we sat on the beach. And I just spoke Asha and I spoke truth to him. And I spoke that light till the darkness ran and fled before him. And those lying voices were gone and he could hear only truth. My friends, and I'll never forget this day. My daughter was with me. We pulled up to our surf spot. He came running to me, tears in his eyes, threw his arms around me and said, I'm healed. I'm healed. For the first time in my life, I know peace. My friends, because Asha is. This is living in God, living in your good, where God good is your very life and your breath. My friends, you can say with the Magi that were, are, and forever shall be, Asha is. My God, right now, say it with me. Asha is. I love you.